divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Eduardo Soria and Leslie Torres. The two of you have been together for several years. You are currently 2 months pregnant, I understand, with
Yes.
Mr. Soria's child, but you do not want to be together anymore. You also have your sister here with you as a witness. Her name is Ashley Menendez. Good day to you. Mr. Soria, I'm going to start with you. You tell me that Mrs. Torres is all-day attitude, and that is the reason you are in divorce court. Why don't you explain that to me?
Yes, ma'am. She has an attitude problem all the time. If she doesn't get what she wants, ma'am, she throws fits. And
Give me an example of one of the most outrageous fits that she's thrown because she didn't get what she wanted.
It's kind of really funny, actually. I think she wanted a certain, lotion. Mm-hmm. But I was really cutting my money, so I was like, you really don't need that. We can go somewhere else. You know, you can get the same quality stuff.
Right.
You know? I'm not cheap, ma'am. I'm not saying I'm cheap. But in that occasion, you know...
You needed to conserve money. You needed to...
Sometimes you have
needed
to.
be thrifty. I get that. And what happened?
She was just talking a lot. Cussing at me, calling me the B word. Oh, you poor butt. Oh, man. I'm like, I'm really...
Ms. Torres, did you call him the B word in the middle of a retail store because you couldn't get the lotion that you wanted?
Yes, I did.
Now, what was your intent? What did you think that was going to get you?
Ever since we started dating, he hasn't really bought me something, so I wanted something that night, that day. So I wanted to get it.
Lotion?
No, it wasn't. It was like a lotion with the perfume and...
So really nice lotion.
Yeah, and that's what I've been wanting.
And you lost your mind over some lotion.
Yeah, I did.
In a retail store.
Hasn't been he has never bought me something, so why not go crazy for a lotion?
Because it doesn't work. I mean, that's just me, though. I try to do things that work. Maybe that's just old school, but what is your main concern with Mr. Soria?
He constantly does weird things ever since we started dating. Like, he checks himself out too much in the...
Let me ask you this. I'm going to start from the beginning, because you two are reading high school to me right now. You're reading high school. How old were you when you two got together?
I'm 22 right now, so maybe like to 19.
19 years old.
Yes.
And how long were you together before you moved in together?
For like about 5 months.
5 months. You see that? Did anybody in your community, your family, your next door neighbor, your girlfriend, your sister, did anybody say to you, this may not be the thing to do?
No, because, I mean, if I want to do that, then that's how it is. And if I want to move in together...
Oh, Ms. Torres, I'm so worried about you. I don't know what to do. I want to go over your house and give you some lessons on thinking. Give me an example of some of the things Mr. Soria does that causes you now, you want to leave him, and you're 2 months pregnant with his baby. Tell me what he's doing that causes you to feel that way.
I mean, he does a lot of things, like, sometimes I can't stand him. I can't stand him just the way his attitude. I don't like his attitude. He constantly, like, checks himself out, and I think people tell me that he looks conceited, so I don't want a man that people tell me that he's conceited. And
people tell you that he looks conceited, so you're annoyed with him about that?
No, just about a lot of things. I tell him to do something, and I have to constantly be telling him what to do because he forgets. So, I mean, I don't want to be telling him constantly to do something that he already knows what to do when he doesn't do it.
She already knows I have a memory problem, but she still doesn't believe me. So let's say that she tells me go...
Now, do you have a selective memory problem? I mean, do you remember when the fellas are getting together? Do you remember when you have something fun to do, but you don't remember to take out the garbage?
Well, maybe sometimes but most of the times it's her fault, because...
How is it her fault?
Basically, it all started just for small little things. I like taking a long time in the shower just because I love taking a long time in the shower. But
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I don't think that's the idea that he's saying right now. It just basically I started because he lied to me. He lied to me since the beginning, and that's why when I
Lied to you about what?
About his age, about his name. I believed him on everything, and then I found out when I was.
Who did he say he was, and how old did he say he was?
Well, his name was Eduardo Ronaldo Soria. I don't know where he got that from, but and then he was not, when I met him, he said he was 21 when he was actually 20. He told me he didn't have a mom, and he did have a mom.
Ms. Mendez, come forward and help me out, please. Ms. Mendez, why don't you tell me what you think is going on in this relationship, because I haven't a clue.
What I think is going on? I mean, I love my sister so much, and I think they will make a great couple. I have been there when they're fighting, and I think like if they were to see it from my eyes, they just look so silly fighting over little things, but I think their thinking is a big deal to be arguing. Like, for example, I've been at their house when my sister tells Eddie, hey, the room is messy, come help me clean. And he doesn't want to help her clean. So instead of them helping each other, like communicating and stuff, like they start arguing, and that arguing turns into a fight, and they just don't clean the room. So it's like you guys could like communicate
over something silly. The whole room explodes because somebody doesn't want to pick up something.
Yeah.
See, those are called stories. That's what I need from you people. Some stories about what's going on, so I can make an assessment. Because I'm going to struggle a little bit to keep you together because of what's going on down here.
She shows cleavage, and I mean, for me, it's really sexy. I mean, I love.
Now, let's just peek over there real quick. That's a little more breast than I would like to see in court. Did your friends warn you not to marry your mate? If divorce is your best option, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Now, Ms. Mendez, normally I get a little bit of information from the witness and I let him sit down, but I think we're gonna need some help here.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be my wingman. When things get too crazy over here, I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna look at you, and then I'm gonna get a story. Okay? So you gonna help me out?
Yes.
Okay. Before we go there, I want to respond, Mr. Soria. She said you lied to her about a lot of things, your age and your middle name, is those things. Anything else?
Yeah, he had a mom and a sister.
And he said he did.
He said that they were dead.
Why would you do something like that?
Just for the fact of protecting Leslie, and just knowing how my family is and the things they have against me. So it was just a way to protect her. That was about it.
Okay, the age and the middle name. I think they're small things, but why lie about them?
I never thought I was gonna fall in love with anybody, so I kind of liked the name. So I was like, I'm gonna carry this bad boy name and just go on with it. So why not?
Oh Lord, we are in so much trouble here.
Oh my God.
Mr. Soria, you say you have a problem with the way Ms. Torres dresses. Why don't you explain that to me?
She shows cleavage, and I mean, for me, it's really sexy. I mean,
Now, let's just peek over there real quick. Is this about the normal amount of cleavage we get from her? Is this?
That's not the normal sometimes.
Yeah,
It's more than that.
It is the normal. He's just saying too much.
It's a lot more than that.
I'm sorry, I'm with him, so what does it matter? He could show up.
Well, I mean, that's a little more breast than I would like to see in court. You can.
To be honest.
Look at your sister over there. See how she's dressed? Kind of the way to go. But go ahead.
So that's a good. That is a pretty good example for you, right there. So most of the times I get a little angry. I see guys looking, and then I'm already picking fights. And then she's telling me, why are you picking fights with them? Well, why don't you dress way better? So I'm going to give you a great example. So we're about to leave. We're all dressed up. And I'm like, sweetheart, can you please change? I don't want to. I'm good. And then when I'm a little in my own little tank tops, or she wants me to change right away. And I'm like, why do I got to change? You don't. You know?
Do you change if she asked you to change?
Oh, yeah. Right away.
You do?
Yeah. Because then she starts...
Does he change when you ask him to change?
Yeah, because he probably knows he looks bad.
Okay. But, Ms. Torres, if you have the right to ask him to change, how come he doesn't have a reciprocal right to do the same?
Well, maybe because I put a sweater on. He doesn't. He likes to show off his chest popping out and...
Your chest is popping out.
But I mean, I put a sweater on. I mean,
He's still out there, hon. I'm saying, I'm looking right at him. Looking right dead at him. Ms. Mendez, do you think your sister's wardrobe could be a little more appropriate?
Yes, it can.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie about that. It can, but I feel like since she has always been into like fashion and like sometimes I feel like she dresses up way better than me. I like the way she dresses. I mean, I have no problem with that. I always like even try to get tips from her, like, hey.
Now she was dressed like that when you met her, though, wasn't you? You liked her looking like that.
She has always.
A lot of people come in here, you know, I liked you the way you were, but now you can't wear any makeup or anything because another dude might look at you, and that's a little bit on the insecure side for you.
Yeah, and then
you with me on that one?
Yeah, I'm 100%, man.
And I never gave him a reason to, so I don't know why he's...
You don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, I don't.
He never wants to let Leslie go out grocery shopping. He never wants her to be cleaning because he said, oh, I'm gonna be the one cleaning or cooking. He never wants her to do anything, so.
Mr. Soria, is that accurate?
That is not true. I don't know what she's talking about.
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Mr. Soria, you say she's lazy, and you give as an example the fact that she doesn't cook. You come home from work, no food on the table. Tell me about...
True, ma'am. I come from a 12-hour shift of work. I get home, there's no food at all. And I see her on her cell phone playing her little video games. And then I ask her, what did you cook? Nothing. So then I had to go up all the way to the store, get the groceries, make up all the food she didn't make, and still she gets mad at me because I take too long cooking. So honestly, I don't know what to do there.
Now, Ms. Torres, please tell me that's not true.
That's not
tell
true.
me he just made
not
that
true
up.
At all. I mean, that I don't cook. I have a reason why. Why? Because we don't have a stable place where to live, and we're renting a room right now. So
You don't cook because there's no stove?
No, it's not even that. It's just that I live with a lot of people, more people, and I don't feel comfortable. I don't have my plates. I don't have my stuff. So why am I gonna? I just don't feel comfortable to.
Well, how do you expect him to eat?
I mean, he could buy something.
Well,
he could buy me something.
Do you work?
No, I don't work.
So he has a 12-hour shift, and because you don't have your pots and pans.
I mean, he feels more comfortable cooking. He always cooks. I mean, I tell him, oh, you want me to help you? I'll go down with you. And he says, no, stay in the room and relax. He tells me that.
Because I feel bad. I feel bad for you.
Well, he tells me that. I tell him I'm gonna go down with you and I'm gonna go help you because you're already here. I'm not gonna go down there with a whole bunch of people that I really don't know, and I'm gonna go cook and I'm gonna feel uncomfortable. So
Ms. Mendez, translate.
Okay. He never wants to let Leslie go out grocery shopping. He never wants her to be cleaning because he said, oh, I'm gonna be the one cleaning or cooking. He never wants her to do anything, so.
Mr. Soria, is that accurate?
That is not true. I don't know what she's talking about. I think they're working together or something right now. That is not true. Honestly, I feel bad for her. So then I'm like, you know what? Don't do anything because I'm not even gonna expect from you, and I'm not gonna expect nothing from you. I'm not gonna expect for you to cook. I'm not gonna expect from you to do this. So why go through all the fighting? Why don't I just do it? That's why.
You just proved their point that you've acquiesced. You've said, well, she ain't gonna do it anyway, so I might as well do it. You have to ask for what you want in order to get it.
Well, I'm not gonna get it at all then. So I'm not gonna.
Because
I'm
he
not gonna
tells me not
starve.
to do it.
And I feel bad for her because I'm like.
But Ms. Torres, let me ask you this: as a grown woman, don't you think that you should make an effort? I mean, to work 12 hours is not fun. He's not going there to play. They're paying him to show up so he could have some money to support you and the coming child. Don't you think that you should put up with a little discomfort of not being in a normal environment to make sure that the guy who's working for you has some food to eat when he gets home?
I used to cook for him when we had our own place. But now that we don't have our own place, I don't feel comfortable to be cooking.
In divorce court, couples tell me everything about their relationships. Want to share your experience? Join the conversation on our Twitter page at Divorce Court. On Facebook, check out other fans and their intimate issues. You know everybody has something to say about love. What's on your mind? Are you recently married but ready to call it quits? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Ms. Mendez, I am grateful for your presence here today. I appreciate it. You may have a seat. I'm not going to let them talk anymore, so I don't need you. So why don't you go have a seat? Mr. Soria and Ms. Torres, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to act like your mother for a moment. And I'm going to tell you what you need to do to make this thing work. Because there's nothing really wrong at your house that you can't fix. And you two are too young and you have somebody on the way and you can't give up now. The first thing you need to do is grow up. And I'm going to direct that one over here to you. Ms. Torres, you got to be a woman about things. Once you know, you're only 22 years old, and I get that. But you have to start being more rational about what you want. You have to be rational in the way you ask for it. You have to not go screaming and hooping and hollering, because you continue to hoop and holler, you're going to raise a kid who's raised in an environment of chaos, and you can't do that. Then your kid is chaotic. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you want something, you ask for it. You don't get what you want, you talk about it. Don't go crazy. Don't call him the B word. He's not a B. He's a man. He goes to work every day. He brings his work home to you. You don't get to behave like a 2-year-old. When you're soon going to have a 2-year-old of your own. You with me on that?
Yeah.
So think of it like this. If you had a 2-year-old acting the way you're about to act in any situation, would you stop her? And then if you would stop her, you need to stop yourself because you're behaving like a 2-year-old. You with me, Ms. Torres?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm telling you?
Yes.
You don't get what you want all the time when you're married. It's compromise. It's sometimes. It's maybe. You with me?
Yes.
I don't know. Mr. Soria, I like you. I like you too, by the way. But I like you. You're doing your job, and you're working hard. You got a little bit of a little girl on your hands. And when you have a little girl on your hands, you have to do a bit of raising. And raising requires you to require her to do those things that she needs to do to be a woman. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Taking the duties off her hands is not helping you. It's hurting you, and it's going to hurt your child. You got to be reasonable. You got to be rational. You got to be calm about it. But you have to demand respect and responsibility from the woman that is bearing your child.
True.
And when he commands respect and responsibility, you got to show up a woman and not a little girl, fussing and hooping and hollering. You got to come back with, okay, baby, cool. I understand. I'll do this even though it's uncomfortable for me because I'm a grown woman and I can handle my business. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah, You two do the best you can. Be calm, be cool. Get somebody that's older than you. Get your sister over there. Ask her what's up and then do what she says before you do what you think. This matter is adjourned. I pay attention. I know what you people are saying about me on social media, that I have old school, antiquated ideas. But I think Eduardo and Leslie just proved me right. Parenthood is grown folks' business. And when you're 22 and arguing over lotion and showers, you're just not ready. I met a great couple in court today. Sharing the same workplace can be a real problem for some couples. This sticky situation was one of the big issues today's couple brought up when they came to see me.
Divorce court is now in session.
I have here with me today Lynette Garth and Kelvin Williams. The two of you have been married only 5 months. You are here today, Ms. Garth, because you say Mr. Williams married you under false pretenses, and you want to be reimbursed for the cost of the wedding because you say he's not who he said he was. So, Ms. Garth, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me why Mr. Williams is not the man he presented himself to be?
I believe I met Mr. Williams' PR rep. He did everything he was supposed to when I met him. We went out. He made nice with my children that I have, dates, you know, anything you can think of. And then about 6 months in, everything changed.
6 months into the marriage or 6 months into dating? Into the relationship?
In the relationship. We had been in a relationship for 3 years. So about 6 months in is when the bottom pretty much, you know, the PR rep checked out and the real Kelvin Williams stood up.
And what was the real Kelvin Williams like?
The real Kelvin Williams is a person that I wouldn't have married. I pursued the relationship. He was unattentive at times. He didn't really show much financial responsibility. He would have mood swings. He would go from happy to agitated in a matter of seconds. He didn't do much family, you know, interaction with me and my children or any outings. I can't really tell you that he purchased me anything, so to speak, in the relationship as well. It was...
Now, that was 6 months into the dating process.
6 months.
Why didn't you kick him to the curb then?
Exactly.
That's the part I never understand.
Okay. I just believe, I think everybody deserves a second chance. It was like at the beginning. It was 6 months in. I had 3 kids. Honestly, I do understand I'm a lot to deal with. I come with this to a relationship with 3 children, period.
So your options might have been a little limited.
My options are a little bit limited.
You were trying to work with it.
I was trying to work with what I had. You feel me? Like, my kids, I don't want to take them around a lot of different people. And, you know, I'm not a dater. That's another thing.
Right.
I get with a guy and I stick with him. That's pretty much what I do. I'm loyal.
Okay.
So.
Now, Mr. Williams, she says that you changed 6 months into the dating process. Do you agree that that's what occurred?
I agree I changed, yes.
Okay. And why don't you tell me why you changed?
When I first met her, we pretty much became good friends and stuff. We didn't start off dating. We became friends at first.
Right.
Okay. We was getting to know each other. At some point, when you meet somebody, you don't tell them that you cheat in your previous relationships.
So you had a pattern of cheating on the women that you were with?
No, she told me that she cheated on her ex-boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
totally. No.
So when you tell me that, I got to keep my options open. I got to protect my heart. So we were doing good at first. Okay. We was, I had no car at the time, so I used to catch the bus to work. Okay, this particular time, I borrowed my mother's car to go to work. So I come home for lunch one day, she's down the street with some guy. I'm knocking on the door, I'm like, what you doing over here? Oh, we just over here watching TV.
Now, Ms. Garth, are you down hanging out with some guy down the street?
Absolutely not. This is the first I've ever heard this story, and I was a part of it. First of all, he couldn't come home from work on lunch. He didn't have a car. He worked in Missouri. We lived in Illinois. So when did he come home from work at lunch and caught me down the street with anybody?
I just told you I borrowed my mother's car.
You did not. That is completely false. I'm gonna tell you I can tell you how the story actually happened.
Wait, why don't you?
The guy, it was the guy down the street that, first of all, the guy was 18 or something like that. I have grown woman problems. I got 3 kids. I know an 18-year-old. No, he was 18 years old. And I have children. There is nothing an 18-year-old can do for me with 3 kids. That's first. Second, he's never come home from lunch and caught me down the street, next door, nowhere
across
with
the
anybody.
Street, across the street, down anywhere.
The only thing, I'm here to get this situation situated, first of all, but I'm not going to be torn to pieces. I was loyal to this man for 3 years, and you're not going to come in here and make it seem like I cheated on you. If we mad and we want to be over with this relationship, that's fine, but don't lie. I never cheated on you.
I'm just making it up.
I never cheated on you. I was loyal to you for 3 years. Every girl you cheated on me with, I stood by you. And you'll come in here and lie?
Mr. Williams, other than you saying you're coming home one day and she was down the street with somebody.
Name something else.
Okay, name something else.
Yes.
Another incident. I'm at home. I was running late for work. Okay, I catch the bus. Okay, I missed my bus that day. So I'm sitting on the porch because I have to wait till the next bus to come. It takes 25 minutes for the next bus to come. So I'm sitting on the porch. She at the house. She don't know. She thinking I left. So I wait on the next bus. All of a sudden, a black car pull up. And I'm like, wait, we just moved here. So don't nobody know we live here but me and her and my mother. So I'm like, who is this? Maybe they pulling up for the next person who used to live here. So he gets out the car. He don't see me. He gets out the car, walk up, look at me. I'm like, hey, brother, you lost or something? What you doing here? Oh, I'm the net friend. I just want to let her know I'm out of jail.
Okay.
I'm like, hold up.
Ms. Garth, did you have someone who was recent released from the pokey come see you?
Okay. Absolutely not. The guy who he's saying came to see me from, as you say, the pokey, was actually not in the beginning of the relationship. We was 2 years into the relationship, and we both know why.
That was 6 months.
No, it wasn't. It was not in the first 6 months. The first 6 months.
2013.
Okay, hold on. I moved from Missouri to Illinois with him. I knew nobody else. There was no meet people, greet people, bring people over to the house. All I'm saying is this. I want to do this proceedings, but if he gonna make up stuff, that's not gonna work for me. I was loyal to this man for 3 years. I have 3 kids. My oldest is 11. I've been bouncing, and I wasn't a cheater or any of that before I met him.
And
so
you're
why
not a
all of a
cheater
sudden,
now.
right? So why all of a sudden am I that now? Because we're here?
I got you. Okay. I got you.
This girl was crying on his answer machine. Oh, I love you. Please don't leave me. I don't know how I know that came from my phone. I took the messages out your phone. Like, what you mean?
Were you messing with the girl? Divorce isn't easy. If you need help with your breakup, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Ms. Garth, you say that he cheats on you, however.
Absolutely.
Why don't you explain to me what you've caught him doing?
Oh, okay. Let's get it on out of here then. The first 6 months, the first lady that I found out about, he had been corresponding back and forth with her on the phone. There were instances where women would call his phone, and I'll say hello. And they'll be like, oh, can I speak to Kelvin? I'll be like, who is this? Then they'll hang up. I got the wrong number. When I would ask him about it, he'd say, everybody know a Kelvin. How you know they calling for me? Oh, everybody knows a Kelvin with your name and your phone number. Everybody.
Everybody. You know a Kelvin?
I do now.
Thank you.
Mr. Williams, have you ever cheated on your wife?
After I kept catching her doing dirt. So to protect my heart, let's go back to the beginning when she first.
How does doing dirt back protect your heart? I don't understand that part.
Leave me alone.
If
Walk away.
If I'm getting ready to go to work, I'm late. I was supposed to be gone. Had not I been late, I would never knew he came over.
I have male friends that I go see. I have male friends that come over the house to see me. That doesn't mean you're cheating because you have male friends.
If I would have done it,
but that's not the point. Whether she would have gotten mad about it or not, it is not indicative of cheating. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, but you have cheated on her.
Yes, ma'am.
How often?
Once.
Ms. Garth, what do you say about that?
Okay, so there were, let's see, we worked at a mall. He and I both. We worked at a large mall, like not necessarily mall, a small mall. There, let's see, there were 2 girls. He was messing around with both of them. The girl, one of them.
How did you find out about that?
Because we had a mutual friend, and she was close with him. Well, she called me one day and was like, hey, if you want to know who this girl is he's talking to, come up here. She knew he was off. He didn't have to be in that day till 3. I literally told him, I said, well, guess what? I'm going to get a gallon of milk. I'll be back. I got to go. But I went to the mall, like the young lady who called me and instructed me to come and see, you know, what was going on. I get up there, I'm walking around, you know, I'm trying to talk to people, see what's going on. I talked to one of the young ladies that works in one of the stores. She was like, well, I see him walking around. I'm like, oh, really? I just said, oh, right. So I finished my conversation with her. Then as I walk around, I notice it's a lady following me around the mall. So I'm looking and I'm like, huh, who is she? So then it clicked to me. I got by her, called her phone, because I'm calling this number. This number was in his phone. I'm calling the phone. She didn't even have sense enough to cut the ringer off. I walked right by her and I called the number and her phone
started to ring.
Yeah, but she's standing there with someone, another associate of his that he knows. So it's like, he swear he didn't do anything, and this is that and the other. This girl was crying on his answer machine. Oh, I love you. Please don't leave me. All of this. And I'm sitting here like, I said, well, she on the answer machine crying. I don't know how I know that came from my phone. I took the messages out your phone. Like, what you mean?
Were you messing with the girl?
She talking about a totally different girl.
Yeah, I know, too.
Were you messing with the girl?
That's the one I cheated on with.
He told me on Thanksgiving he had to work a double. He went to work. I assumed it. He ate at my home, he left, he went to work. He said he was working a double. Okay, well, the girl's on your answer machine. Hey, babe, where you at? I'm waiting on you to pick me up. Not only that, the guy he was supposed to work with that night couldn't wait to call me and tell me. People told on him. That's the part of the issue he keeps forgetting.
The girls was just friends. I ain't have a
Okay, but you took her to your mama's house while she was out of town.
Mr. Williams, you are so caught. You know what I mean? You're just so caught. You are Mr. Williams' mother.
Yes, I am.
What do you see in their relationship? Do you think he's fooling around on her?
Most likely.
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Now, Mr. Williams and Ms. Garth, I have a witness here. She is your mother, and she's going to tell us what she believes occurred during the course of this relationship.
Yes.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing just well. Mrs. Walker?
Yes.
You are Mr. Williams' mother.
Yes, I am.
What do you see in their relationship? Do you think he's fooling around on her?
Most likely.
Why do you believe that, Mrs. Walker?
From past history and what Lynn had told me, I mean, you know, I can't prove it, but from past history of girlfriends, it's possible. I mean, I can't swear to it, but it's possible.
What do you think about Ms. Garth? Do you think she's a good wife to your son?
I think she would have been a good wife. They both just needed a little more time, that's all. She's a good girl. I like Lynn. I mean, I think she could have been a good wife. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Walker. I do appreciate your help. Is there anything else you want to say, either to him or her? Or are you just done?
Not unless you ask me.
Okay. Do you have any advice for Ms. Garth?
Well, she didn't take my advice in the past, so...
So what was your advice in the past?
Let him go.
Ms. Walker, thank you so much.
Can we start over? Can we get it together for real now?
Now
Your Honor.
you know your stuff is sorry and sad when your own mama talks trash on you.
She, in the beginning, she let it be known that she was a cheater. So
Never happened.
I had no choice to take her seriously.
Mr. Williams, you didn't pay attention to what your mother said.
Thank
your
you.
mother said from your past,
She said
you
no proof.
are a cheater.
She said possible. She said
No,
proof.
but from the past relationships, she knows that you run around on your women. She told on you. And your mother is always the last one to tell. So if she said it, you know it's true.
Absolutely.
And she told her to bounce.
A long time ago.
A long time ago.
A long time ago. She
When
said,
a
I
man's
should've
mother tells you to bounce,
I should've.
that's really good information.
You're right.
You should listen when something that like happens. Why don't you tell me about the first breakup?
Okay, I was his father had passed. So I was helping, you know, do
Helping
everything.
out, yeah,
I'm
sure.
helping, doing everything. Like I said, just moved, just got my car, helping his mom. We're cleaning out the house. She's doing a yard sale. So he gets off work at 11. So I'm at the house. I let him take the car to work. I called him. It was 10:30. I say, pick me up from your mom's house. I'm still down at your mom's. I know he get off at 11, so I'm giving him the head up, 30 minutes. Okay, he gets off at 11. 11 passes. I spoke to this man on the phone, first of all. Let me make that clear. And he said, I'll be there when I get off. I called him, no answer. This was at 11:30. 11:45, I called again, no answer. 12, no answer. Finally, his mom said, I'm gonna take y'all home. Now, she sees me calling him, and she literally looked at me and said, don't dial that number again. He ain't answered in 2 hours. He not gonna answer at all, so just leave it alone.
Just leave it alone.
I'm gonna take you home. She takes me home. Needless to say, 2:30, 3 o'clock is when my car and him showed up. I called the police, and I'm like, I'm going to report my car stolen because I don't know where he's at. He's not answering the phone. Nothing. Not a single response. When I talked to the police officer, at first he said, I can't babysit you in this situation. I got stuff really to do. But when he came back from around, because our town is kind of small, he said, I did just see that car, because I gave him the description of my car. I told him what kind of car it was, the color and everything. He said, but it was coming out, from down the way. He finally calls me. I'm like, okay, so I'm irate, of course. So where you at? Oh, I just left work. I'll be there in a minute. Okay, he pulled up to the house in 5 minutes. We worked 30, 40 minutes, 30 minutes away. How you pull up in 5?
Your response to that story, briefly, Mr. Williams. What do you have to say?
I left work, went to the bar with my coworkers. That's what we do.
Okay.
Left work.
But were you truthful about it? Said, hey, babe, I'm going to here so she wouldn't have to wait on you?
Not that particular night, because that was the previous week when old dude pulled up.
No, it wasn't. This was a whole nother year. This ain't even in the same story.
I got you. In divorce court, couples tell me everything about their relationships. Want to share your experience? Join the conversation on our Twitter page at Divorce Court. On Facebook, check out other fans and their intimate issues. You know everybody has something to say about love. What's on your mind? Ms. Garth, I believe everything you told me. And you want $1,500 for him for half of cost of the wedding that you paid for completely because you say he married you under false pretenses.
Absolutely.
Now, false pretenses is something very different. If he represented he was, a guy and you got married and you found out he was really a girl, that's false pretenses. But he's just ordinary, average, run-of-the-mill, tacky and wrong. And you can't get your wedding money back because you married an ordinary, average, pedantic, wrong dude. He was just a bad guy. I wish I could give you some money just for your pain and suffering because he was just all wrong and tacky. I can't, but I wish you could because you seem like a nice lady. But next time my mama tells you to run, that's exactly what you ought to do, Mr. Williams. You sad, wrong, tacky, and tired. You're gonna do 90 million different wrong things and blame it on something that somebody pulled up in front of the house one year. You were together for a long time. You were tacky for a long time. You were wrong for a long time. I think you will continue to be wrong for a long time. All I am is happy that you won't be wrong with her. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered. Lynette learned her lesson the hard way. Before you marry somebody, check them out. When a man's own mother tells you to bounce, that's really good information. Listen to her. She knows what she's talking about. Submit your case at divorcecourt.com. This morning, I did one of my favorite things. A couple came in to get my advice on whether or not they should get married. Often there's a question of how much time a couple should spend together, and that was the issue today's couple brought to me.
Divorce court is now in session.
I am here with Ms. Durham and Mr. Thornton. The two of you have been together for a while. You are considering getting married, so you came to me for my advice as to whether or not you should. You have filled out one of my compatibility tests, which was interesting, and you also brought me your marriage license with permission to tear it up, should I think it's not a good idea. So why don't we get started, and I'm going to start with you, Ms. Durham. Your big hesitation with respect to whether or not you should marry Mr. Thornton is you believe he's cheating on you. Explain that to me.
Absolutely, Your Honor. I'm here today because God has blessed me with this thing called a woman's intuition, and it hasn't failed me yet. Recently, I decided to go through his phone, and I ran across a couple of text messages from a couple of different women. The first message that I read was him inviting a girl to go with him to an amusement park so they could ride all the rides. No, excuse me, he told her, do you want to go early so that you can ride all the rides? Not too sure what rides he's talking about. But, you know.
And you're not sure if he was the amusement park.
Exactly.
I got you. I understand.
Yes, you know, he could have asked me to go to an amusement park, you know, but he decided.
Give me another message.
Another message. Well, recently we went to a wedding, a family wedding. His family, he invited me. The same time that we're at this wedding, I received a call saying that a cousin of mine, who we were very close, had passed away. So I'm trying to celebrate a wedding, and then at the same time, I'm mourning my cousin. So when I told him about it, he acted as he was concerned, but he was running around this wedding, obviously talking to women. He was not there for me like I expected him to be.
Let me ask you this, though. This was a family member's wedding, right?
Yes.
Did you expect him to mourn with you? I mean, he can be understanding and all that, but a wedding is a celebratory, exciting event. He can't go moping around his family members. You know what I mean? He can respect your pain, but he doesn't mean he can't have any fun.
Yes, absolutely. No, well, it was okay for him to have fun, but he was having too much fun, Your Honor. He actually came up to me and said, now look, I'm drinking, so if you see me flirting with other women, don't get mad. So, I mean, I think he crossed the fun line.
Little tacky. Mr. Thornton, what is your biggest hesitation with respect to your impending nuptials with Miss Durham?
Your Honor, Miss Durham, she's just over-possessive and too attached. She smothers me.
Too attached?
Yes, ma'am. She smothers me with a lot of attention.
Give me some examples of some of the smothering that she does.
Examples of the smothering that she does, I need to be around her all the time. If I'm getting off of work, she wants me home right away. I need to stay with her every night.
How many times do you come home?
Hang on. You need to stay with, once you marry them, they want you to stay with you every night. It's kind of like a thing.
Right.
Come on home after work, that's kind of a thing. You understand that, right?
Yes,
Are you prepared? Sometimes the question is not whether or not you love her, it's whether or not you personally are prepared for marriage. Because in what you told me here, I sense hesitation. Is there some hesitation as to whether or not you're really ready to get married?
Yes, ma'am. There's plenty of hesitation. For one, I believe marriage is a big commitment.
Absolutely.
And I'm not sure if I'm quite ready to make that commitment into that long commitment just yet.
Why did you propose?
Well, Your Honor, I get to that also.
That's a good question, though. I would have asked that in a minute.
Yes.
I appreciate that. I got it from here, though.
Okay.
Why did you propose if you weren't sure you were ready for that type of commitment?
First off, I have not proposed yet.
She says you did it on her birthday at a restaurant, correct? Is that right, Ms. Durham?
Correct.
Did that happen?
In her mind, it must have, but not in reality.
Do you recall the circumstance that she has misconstrued as a proposal? Do you remember what happened that day?
I can recall us being out to dinner on her birthday.
Right.
But I cannot conspire me saying that, Sana, will you marry me?
When you wrote to me, you said the proposal read more like, he said he wanted to marry me in the future. And then you said, I took this very seriously, and at that point, I considered him my fiancé.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, that shows me that you took a little piece of something that, yeah, maybe someday, and you decided you had been proposed to, when in fact, he was just mentioning the idea that he could see a future with you. Do you think that might have happened?
I mean, he's the kind of person, Your Honor, where he's not really gonna say something if he doesn't mean it. So I took it very serious because he's very serious.
Let me say this about the proposal, and then we're going to move on to something else. I think women often hear what they want to hear when it comes to issues of marriage and love, and sometimes you can say love over here, I over here, tomorrow over there, and the next thing you know, we think we're engaged. So I'm just want to put that out there, that you might have heard what you wanted to hear and not actually what he said. Did you arrive with a sword at his home?
It was like a little bitty knife, and I never even touched this car.
Ms. Durham, let me come at you with this.
Yeah.
You want the dude, you don't want to scare the dude. Divorce isn't easy. If you need help with your breakup, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Now, Mr. Thornton, I'm going to talk about you ask you for a moment about two incidences that I found alarming. One about the sword and one about the dog. So why don't you tell me what happened with the sword and then tell me what happened with the dog?
Yes, ma'am. Well, the sword incident, I came home from work one night and she was preparing dinner for me. And after work, I'm tired. I work 10, 12 hours at a time, and after that, I still have to pre-trip my truck and do other things. So I got home, it was a little late. I took a shower, and I didn't even dress up. I just took a shower, got out the shower, and laid in the bed and happened to fall asleep. So then Miss Durham comes over my house, ringing the doorbell. It's late, and I come outside, and she's cussing and fussing and going off, telling me I'm unemotional because she's home cooking and I didn't come by for dinner and she was cooking for me, which I can kind of understand that, but
it's
she didn't
frustrated,
never let me explain that. She just blew
But tell
up.
me about the sword, though. That's what I want to know about.
Yeah, so Miss Durham helped me get to work before my truck had got fixed. So she pulls out a big sword knife about this big and wants to let the air out my tires. Since she helped me get to work, I guess she was feeling like she was gonna stop me from getting to work.
Ms. Durham, did you arrive with a sword at his home?
It was like a little bitty knife, and I never even touched this car.
Ms. Durham, let me come at you with this.
Yes.
The fact that you wanted to slash his tires with a sword, with a knife, with a pair of pliers, whatever you're going to do it with, is really not the issue. The issue is you felt that a resolution to the issue was to deflate his tires.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's not rational. That's not helpful. That's not I want to be a wife kind of action. You know what I mean? You want the dude. You don't want to scare the dude. That's how that is. Now tell me about the dog.
Okay, this particular incident, I got off work a little early. I had went to the barbershop by the grocery store, and she wants me to come home again, and where you at, and this, that, and the other, come get up under me. So I told her, I'm out here at the strip club right now. I'll be home later. So she was cooking. All I heard her say was, y'all watch the stove. She dropped everything and headed to the strip club. I'm on the way. And I wasn't never even at the strip club. I just told her that just to stir her up some. I was really 2 minutes down the street. She drove 25, 30 minutes all the way to the club. After that, she came back home, and I still wasn't there. She calls me like, if you don't come home now, I'm going to take your dog, and I'm going to kidnap your dog. And I got a little German Shepherd, so. And the German Shepherd licensed, so she probably could have got away with my little dog.
That was such a lie. I would never.
She was gonna, but yeah, she
Mr. Thornton, let me say this to you on a completely security basis.
All right.
If you got a woman got a little streak of fatal attraction in her,
yeah.
don't lie lie and say you're at the strip club. Don't invite the horror you're going to eventually have to run from. How did, again, what made you believe that getting off the phone, going chasing him, and then threatening to kidnap the dog, how did you think that would set you up for becoming his wife?
Your Honor, he is telling you this story, and he is definitely making it way more
Will you tell me
drastic.
what happened?
Okay, number one, lately I've been finding, you know, these messages and him to these other women. I even found a book that he was reading about pimping and all this. So that morning I find that book. He's not coming home from work, and then he tells me he's at a strip club, and I'm like, okay, so now you're at a strip club, and you know you're reading.
And he's reading pimping books.
Yeah,
so something must be going on.
So I said, okay, I'm on the way. You know, and that's when I said I was on the way. As far as the dog, I absolutely adore animals. And
did you threaten to kidnap him?
I did. I told him, look, I got your dog at my house. I didn't have the dog, Your Honor. I just told him that. He knew I didn't have it because he was at the house. I wasn't even there.
I was on my way there.
I understand. I wish I didn't, but I do. Give me in 90 seconds your best sales job on why Ms. Durham is someone you would like to marry.
But, Your Honor, Ms. Durham does have some decent qualities about herself. She,
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Now, Ms. Durham, you were about to tell me about him being an Aquarius and unemotional. I thought that stuff ended in the 70s, but hey, what do I know? Why don't you explain to me why you think his zodiac sign makes him emotionally unavailable?
You know, Aquariuses are from Uranus, and it's a cold, distant planet. And that's a lot like his personality. He's really cold and distant, unemotional, you know, indifferent. You know, I guess that's the Saturn in the situation. So my whole thing with him...
Indifferent is Saturn.
Yes, that's the Saturn, indifferent. So, you know, dealing with this, it's, you know, it's like, sometimes, you know, when I say those things, I would never flatten his tires. He knows that. I took him to work to make sure, you know, he can get there. I would never hurt his dog, but I said that just to get a reaction from him, because he'll just be like, it could be anything, and he's just, okay. You know, so...
I got you.
Sometimes I'm a Leo. I wanted a little...
I'm a Leo. Listen, so we've talked about all the things that are negative. I want to talk to you about why you're considering marrying one another. What is it about her? And I'm going to start with you, Mr. Thornton. Give me in 90 seconds your best sales job on why Ms. Durham is someone you would like to marry.
Well, Your Honor, Ms. Durham does have some decent qualities about herself. She cooks. She cooks for me. She makes my coffee in the morning before I go to work. She will iron my clothes if I need them for me. She's good conversation. She's fun to be around when she's cool. She keeps my hair up. She's cool. She does have my back at times when I need her. She does come through, I have to admit. So she has some good qualities about it. It's just the possessiveness and the
Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you right here, and I'm not gonna tell you why, but you got a D- on that. We will discuss your D- in a moment. But before you do, Ms. Durham, why don't you give me a 90-second sales job on why Mr. Thornton is the man for you?
He's my best friend. He is very intelligent. I really respect his mind. He motivates me. I feel like everything that I'm not, I feel like he is. So when I found him, I feel like God put me with my other half, my soulmate. You know, he's always there for me. He has his little jokes, but he's very supportive of me. He's a good role model for my children, very disciplined. And I don't want anybody else but him. I mean, he's not perfect, obviously, but I don't want to change him. I would just like
She gets a B+. Now, do you want to know why she got a B+ and you got a D-?
Absolutely.
Because 80% of what you said about her are qualities in a good domestic servant. Cooking, coffee, ironing clothes, does my hair, all of that, that's service-oriented, not who she is oriented. So that's why you got a D-. You got a B+ because you see his value, his intelligence, and you love it and you enjoy it. You want him to be different, but you love it and you enjoy it. So I'm going to talk about the compatibility test, and then I'm going to give you my decision about what ought to happen in this circumstance. There's always a whole lot going on in divorce court that people want to talk about. If you have something you want to say, join us on Twitter @DivorceCourt, or jump on our Facebook page and see what everybody's talking about on there. Sometimes you people get heated. Don't miss it. I took a look at your compatibility test, and sometimes I look at the compatibility test app, and then I talk to the couple, and I think, are these the same people? But I didn't this time. You guys showed up just like you were on the compatibility test. You want to know what he said he wanted from a wife? He wants you to listen to instructions, not to be smothered, and his meals prepared by 7 p.m. This was his great declaration of what he felt he wanted from a wife. That should tell you a lot right there.
Wow.
So here's what I got. I got an intelligent, straightforward guy who I believe could be good marriage material if he lightened up a bit and understood that a marriage is not the possession of a woman, but the convergence of a man and a woman. She is not a convenience. She is not a subservient individual. She is your partner in life. And you should learn from her and enjoy her, not just direct her. You, Ms. Durham, need to grow up. I understand some of the instructions that he's giving you. You've got this over-emotional, hysterical response to the slightest input. For you to even consider alluding to the fact that you would dog nap the German Shepherd, that you would even come over, I don't care if you came over with a hat pin to go after his tires. All of that is childish. A marriage has to have two grown people heading in the same direction who are able to have a conversation about what they need and aren't getting without some grand display of felonious behavior. Do you see what I'm saying? And you need to grow up and leave all that Aquarius and all that nonsense alone. What you need to do is have a conversation with the dude. Show him you're the grown woman that he needs in his life. You know, that's when a marriage happens. That's when a unit takes place. So you need to take it down. You need to bring it up so you can get there together. Do you have children together?
No, ma'am.
Thank God. Keep it like that. Keep it slow. Keep it cool. I'm not gonna burn it. I'm not even gonna tear it up, but I'm gonna just fold it. See, like this?
Okay.
And fold it like that. See how even and rational that is? See how conformity, you know? And then I'm gonna drop it in the trash. Y'all work on what you need to work on. I think you could be a beautiful couple one day, but you need to grow up and you need to bring it down. This matter, good luck to both of you, and this matter is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Often, people have difficulties with the idea of marriage because they don't know how to define it. One of them thought it was sunshine and roses. The other thought it was indentured servitude. Don't let that happen to you. Call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222. This morning, I heard from a fun, young couple. Studies show that an age difference of more than 10 years can lead to a whole host of relationship problems. For today's couple, their 13-year age difference landed them in divorce court.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Jerron Nash and Quashana DeGraffenreid. Mr. Nash,
Yes.
the two of you have been together for 6 years. You do not want to be together anymore. I'm going to start with you, sir. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and how you've ended up in divorce court here today?
Well, you know, we had a great relationship. 4 years into it, I guess, you know, with a lot of relationships, men have tendency to stop being men and start committing. Once you start committing, then the female feels as if she got you, and then the lack of responsibility kicks in. So I'm just here to say she's a lazy freeloader who refuses to assist in the relationship now.
Got philosophical quickly.
Hello.
Ms. DeGraff and Reed, why don't you tell me what you think the problem is in your relationship?
I think that he don't want to take responsibility in being a man, first of all. Because cheating, why need so many women? I mean, what can't you get from one woman?
Mm-hmm. How many women does he have?
A lot.
Mr. Nash, how many women do you have?
That's an assumption.
Okay. Well, good point, Mr. Nash. Do you have extra women on the side?
You know, we have a thing called social media now.
Uh-huh.
To where you could just look at your phone and there'd be several people that add ones to be your friend.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you just go down the line and yes, be my friend, be my friend. But, you know, we got individuals who think that's a hookup. Like I'm hooking up with these individuals I'm adding as friends. And so all these individuals that she's talking about, I'm dealing with it. You know, I don't have enough time to deal with people. I'm dealing with her.
Okay. Given your philosophical stance on manhood, that it's polygamous in its nature, you know what I mean? Do you follow that manhood tip, or do you feel you've been constrained by the falseness of commitment?
In the beginning, I thought this is what I was looking for.
Uh-huh.
But you know, I'm not an individual that go against women. But like I said, I think that as long as they think they're chasing you, it's cool. But once they think they got you, there's a problem in the whole environment of the relationship, because then it goes from her respecting me to I got you now, you're nothing, shut up, be quiet, I'm gonna do what I want to.
Okay. At what point do you believe she started to believe that she had you and your relationship turned into shut up, I gotcha?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a prime example. We were homeless. And we were actually in Michigan then. We were sleeping in my truck at nights.
Uh-huh.
So I talked to one of my friends. He's what people would call thugs or things of that nature. And I was already looking to get a house.
Uh-huh.
I was waiting. It was some people in Florida that had the house, supposedly.
Right.
So they gave me the alarm. They gave me the alarm code and the key to get in the house. But I never moved in because I didn't have the money to get in.
Uh-huh.
But so after talking to my friend, he said, well, you know, later for them, don't y'all just go and move in the house anyway. Okay, Ben, we did that. So we moved in the house illegally. And after that point, after we were living together, it's called squatting. Y'all know about that squatting.
Go ahead. Keep going.
So as we were
You're trying to make a way.
Yeah,
I
for her. Because I could live on the street by myself. I was cool. But if you got a woman, you want to, you know, kind of upgrade
get her out
a little
of the
bit.
car.
Right. Get out. So, you know, a month after that, things start going south. It's lip, it's action. You know how the black, women of color, waving hands, shaking heads, and whatever I say is irrelevant. You know, shut the. And you know, it's hard for a man to deal with when you was dealing with an individual that, you know, you thought had your back, and now all of a sudden the whole table done changed into where I'm a little kid and she's a grown woman. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? I don't know if you all understand that, but that's just how it goes.
Ms. DeGraff and Reed, why don't you tell me what you think the problem is in the relationship? I think I see the problem, but you can help me out and tell me some specifics I'm not aware of.
Okay. So for one, as you can see, he thinks he's all and holy, he's God, he want to be anybody he can, except for himself. He doesn't take actions for his responsibility. And when we were sleeping in that truck and moved into that house, my money from the school paid for that. We didn't just automatically move in.
Who turned you on to the school?
Who
showed you about financial aid and how to...
Well, what were you doing financially?
I was investigating resources.
And what resources did you come up with?
Well, I've always been a musician. Well, we call it a hip hop artist. I'm a hip hop artist. I do sell natural gas.
You sell natural gas?
Well, I'm a subcontractor for several. I'm a subcontractor for a lot of natural gas entities, as we would say. It's a fly-by-night job, you know.
You know, I would hate to see this man with natural gas. You know what I mean? That just, the whole idea just frightens me. I can just see big plumes of smoke and blue fire going on. Because you, woo, whole lot of talking.
I try. Well, it was making about $600-700 a week. Great money. But somebody else was, okay, you're making that money. I'm going to sit home and watch TV, and that was a problem for me. Because I'm struggling. I'm getting up at 8 in the morning, going to knock on people's doors and convince them to give me their gas bill so that we can eat, and then you feel like you could just sit there and chill. When I get home, you popping bubble gum and feeling good and telling me that, you know, I'm a clown.
Mrs. DeGraffenreid, when he was working, when he was doing his job, were you doing your job at home so he had a place to stay?
Of course. When we did have a house to stay and he was out working, I stayed at home and I cooked and I cleaned. And the house
he says you're a lousy cook.
I am.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Explain that to me.
Okay. I got several things. I'll just start with, let's go 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
We goes and get some lasagna. And, you know, lasagna, cottage cheese, lots of cheese, maybe some pepperoni, some sausage, hamburger meat.
I don't need the menu. I don't need the recipe.
None of this is in the lasagna. The lasagna is cold. The lasagna got hard cheese on, huh?
You just named all the ingredients that was in the lasagna.
I'm saying, but the ingredients never came together as one. That's what I'm trying to say. It was like you could eat your sausage over here, some cheese might be over there, you know.
I put the ring on the social media. I let everybody know I'm getting married. I was so happy. Come to find out, he just stole the girl ring. When we were in the car driving, I confronted him, and I was like, stop the car, and I just threw it in the lake, and I started walking.
Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as getting a divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Ms. DeGraffenreid, you say that Mr. Nash proposed to you and used one of his ex-girlfriend's rings. Why don't you tell me what happened?
Okay, so back when I was going to school in 2013, I was in school and I had forgot my laptop and I needed it for a course. So I called him, like, can you come up here, bring my laptop? He said, yeah. So, before that, I had asked him to propose to me, or we're gonna like just leave it off, like just leave me alone.
That you asked him to propose to you?
Yeah, like why? I'm too young to just keep playing games. I mean, I need to start my life. So I called him, like, can you bring my laptop up here? He came with the ring and the laptop. So he proposed to me right there, of course. I accepted, and, you know, it's been good. So a couple of weeks go by. You know, of course, I put the ring on the social media. I let everybody know I'm getting married. I was so happy. Come to find out, he just stole the girl ring from... I'm like, so, Jerron, this was her ring? He's like, yeah.
So you posted a picture of the ring, and then somebody commented and said,
exactly,
that's the ring I had, and somebody took it?
Yeah, no, yeah, and then he actually befriended her. So, of course, it was going to be like, okay, why did you not want to be her friend anymore? And then it was her ring. So I'm like, stop. When we were in the car driving, I confronted him, and I was like, stop the car, and I just threw it in the lake, and I started walking. Like, just forget it.
Why did you give it back to her? He stole the ring. Mr. Nash, did you steal the ring?
Let's talk about that.
Please.
So, okay, I was with that young lady before I was with her. I bought that ring. I left that woman. I took that ring to the pawn shop one day. I was having a problem. You hear me? I got the ring out the pawn shop. It was still my ring. I bought it. I'm no longer with her. I bought that. That was a $1,200 ring. And so it's still my ring now. I'm no longer with this young lady.
Well, not really. I mean, when you give a ring to somebody, it belongs to them. It's like you don't rent people, and you don't rent space on the finger. Either you give it to them or you don't give it to them. But go ahead.
Well, now, that knowledge right there is a little older. But as of right now, I think in this time, day and time,
Oh, this day and
if I
age.
give you $1,200 ring and we ain't together no more, that need to come back with me.
That is true
That's
legally.
true.
That
That's
is
really
true
true.
legally if she breaks off the engagement. But were you really engaged, or was that just a present?
That was a present to not her.
To the other woman, I
The
know.
other one. Right. Me and her, we disappeared from each other. The ring came with me. So
And the ring disappeared with you, and she just disappeared.
correct. Now you understand what I'm talking about.
I'm right with you. I'm right with you.
And so when I gave her the ring, that was genuine. You know, it was worth something. It was shined up real good. I had it shined up real good. And we went
Now,
up.
I understand a little bit about it was an ex-girlfriend's ring, but
It's not
man,
really-
why would you throw it in the ocean?
Because it didn't mean anything to me anymore.
But that
Well,
was, it didn't mean-
you at least you sell it and get some cash for it.
Okay. So you see what I'm dealing with now. You see what I'm dealing with.
Money and emotion never should be in the same room together. They should always sleep separately. Always sleep separately. You say you can't take her to church. Why can't you take her to church?
Okay. Now, you know, for a lot of us Americans, I'm gonna speak for everybody. Don't none of us really want to go to church and feel like we obligated to go to church. Okay, I feel that obligation. But when we get there, let's just respect what's going on.
Right.
Right? Not popping bubble gum, getting up and up, going up and down, going to the bathroom, back and forth. You showing no respect for the church.
Now, were you in social media while during the sermon?
Yes, I was.
She had no concern. And
I was
all of us
Did
faking when we go to church.
wait a minute. Didn't you even try to look interested?
No, I am very interested in church. He's just making it seem like it's out of the proportion. We would stop by the store to actually buy him the annihilators, buy him the gummy worms, so he can have a snack to eat through church. I'm not on my
people 12. I mean, I remember you go to church with the kids. You got some snacks in the bag
but they
and
only
all that
offer
kind of stuff.
peppermints
But
now.
really?
Yeah, and I smoke cigarettes, and when I'm sitting through that sermon, I had to do something in order to listen to
And I
the Lord. Whatever. All right.
And on that note,
If you take your wife out somewhere and she's gullible, you know, people gonna read up on that. In the public, y'all relationship gonna look weak, and then people gonna attack that relationship.
if you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Ms. DeGraffenreid, you say that Mr. Nash treats you like a child. Why don't you explain that to me?
Everything that he wants to talk about is always got to be his way. I can never express my own opinion. Everything is all about him. He's like God to him in his world, but just give me my space. I just want, just to be me. And he won't let me do that.
Mr. Nash, do you have a response to that
Absolutely.
allegation?
I always got to respond. So my response is...
I believe it.
My response to that is this. I've been living a lot longer, and I know what's right and what's wrong in my mind. And 23, 24, 25, you really don't know what's going on in the world till you're 30. Mm-hmm. You ain't made no mistakes. You ain't did nothing. But a lot of these younger individuals think they know what's going on before they even turn 27. Mm-hmm. And my objective from the Lord, I feel, is to let you know what's the real is and what's real and what ain't real. Mm-hmm. The first thing you got to know how to do is read people. Mm-hmm. Now, you don't know how to... I know she don't know how to read people. She's gullible. Mm-hmm. And that affects me because I'm like, if you take your wife out somewhere and she's gullible, people going to read up on that. Then if she don't understand your program, they're going to think y'all weak as a couple. You know what I mean? If the woman is weak and not listening to the man, in the public, y'all relationship going to look weak, and then people going to attack that relationship. So I try to...
So where is it you live?
I live... When you say that, did you mean currently or...
Well, Lord,
or in my mind?
Well, I didn't mean your mind, but that's an alternate universe altogether.
No, I'm serious.
So you say because you're 13 years older than her,
right,
that you are guiding her and teaching her and educating her on the ways of the world.
Well, I'm not saying that it's a one-way road because I do learn a lot from her. about the computer, the little computer stuff that the kids do now. You understand what I'm saying? Now you go outside today. When you walk down the street, you're gonna see everybody like this, third degree. People don't even talk to each other no more. They just look at their phone.
I agree with you on that. There's too much of this and not enough of this.
But not in my house. We don't do that. We still regular humans. We still can rely on our brain. We can look at people and talk to them.
Well, regular humans might be a little bit of a stretch
She's not hearing that.
In your case.
I don't mean to get too hyper either. I get hyper when I'm right.
Yeah. In divorce court, people tell me the most intimate details of their lives. Join the conversation and share your experience on our Twitter page at Divorce Court and on our Facebook page. See how fans deal with their own relationships. The discussion can get heated. Don't miss it. Mr. Nash, I'm going to read your petition verbatim so I get it right.
Okay.
You want me to award you $600, which is the money you say you lost on a car that you bought for $800 but had to sell for $200 3 weeks later after it broke down on the highway because she failed to get the car service appropriately.
Your Honor, you know what? Even though I don't want to be with her anymore, I still love her. I don't want her to give me no money, but I would like to tell you the story. She can't afford to give me $600 right now.
Mr. Nash, if you promise this is the last one, knock yourself out.
All right. Now this is a prime example why I'm upset.
Okay.
So my mother and my father sent me a couple of dollars to get a car. I told them I need $1,000 to send me to get a car. So I go and find a car for $800. We ride off on the bus to get the car. We pick the car up. Car ride pretty cool. It's a cool little car. So I got to work in the morning to keep it moving. So I say, listen, you don't want to be driving the car anyway, because I really ain't got time to drive. Only thing I need you to do, she a woman too. You know, when a woman pull up to a mechanic, she say, hey, how you doing? Can you check my car out? They'll do it for free. Now, me and him pull up. They might be like, oh, well, you know, it's going to be $45 just to put it on the machine. So I said, won't you just go get it checked out, see what's going on with it? I'll pay for it. Just get it checked out. Okay, 1 day go past, 2 day go past, 3 day go past. I said, you get the car checked out? No. But every time I look in the back seat, we got a whole pack of cigarettes. We got plenty of good stuff to smoke. You know what I mean? We got a new outfit. We got everything except the receipts or just a quote saying, it's going to be $75 to fix this. That's all I asked. So she coming down the highway. The Lord is with us. You know, God is good. So she comes off the highway, and the ball joints break right there in the middle of the street. Who's she going to call up? Call me up. Oh, guess what? What? The car broke down. Oh, God, what happened to the car? She don't know. So, okay, cool. I get to the scene. I can see that this ain't going nowhere. And in L.A., if you don't get it off the street, they coming to get it. So I got two options. Either I pay to get it moved. At this time, we ain't had no money. So either I pay to get it moved, which I ain't got the money for, or I take the $600 loss and just sell it for $200. I sold it for $200. Car gone. Okay, bam, now we living in a tent on top of the Hollywood Hills. This is all true.
I hope the Lord stays with you. And I hope he stays with you too. Because I'm about to go. This matter is adjourned. Jerron was very entertaining. And if we've learned nothing else from that couple, we've learned that no matter what, maintain your sense of humor. Call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222. This morning, I heard a case where jealousy was killing everybody. You know, therapists agree that bad relationships can teach people how to make their next relationship stronger. In order for that to work, people have to leave their old baggage behind. Old baggage was the major issue that brought today's couple into divorce court.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Ernie Navarez and Alyssa Anteri. The two of you have been together for 4 years. Ms. Anteri, you are currently 2 months pregnant with Mr. Navarez's child. Mr. Navarez, however, you want to end this relationship. So I'm going to start with you. Tell me why you want to leave the woman who is now currently pregnant with your baby.
I feel it's important to understand a little bit of my background. Some of my past relationships, actually all of my past relationships have ended through lack of trust, me being cheated on, and I mean every single
solitary one.
Yeah, and so I kind of have some baggage with me. I have a really hard time trusting her, and some of the behaviors she displayed, it just is a completely different person than the woman I fell in love with, and I don't want to marry a stranger anymore. There's a completely different person there, and I don't...
Give me an example of something that she's done that you believe indicates that she's not trustworthy.
Things like being on social network, and that's not a problem, but when I enter the room, there's really no reason for you to hide that. There's really no reason I feel...
What does she do, close the lid on the computer?
Yes. Yes, change the page, close the phone, do things that I didn't feel were necessary. I don't...
Okay, other than that, and we're going to address that. I just wanted to get a list of them. Other than that, what other things has she done that made you believe that she might be stepping out on you?
It's hard for me to think of one.
Okay. I'll give you a little time for that, but we'll address Ms. Anteri. He contends that he doesn't trust you. Have you done anything that would make him not trust you?
I don't feel like I have. I just think it's his paranoia from his past relationships. I feel like it's totally unfair that he carries that baggage and assumes I'm like the rest. You know, I tell him all the time, you know.
What are you doing on social media? Are you on there a lot? And where are you going? What you doing?
I'm not even on the computer at all, really. And when he says that I changed the screen or anything like that, I mean, he has the passwords to all my everything.
Do you have her passwords?
Yeah, but having the information she has about all my past experience, I would think that she'd be more forthcoming with all the information.
Which is why he has my passwords.
Yeah, Mr. Navarez, work with me for a minute. Work with me for a minute. She gave you the passwords to all of her accounts. That means you can go in there and look anytime you want to. Doesn't that seem to indicate that there's nothing on there that is indicative of her doing something wrong?
She's an intelligent individual, and if I think she wanted to be on there and cover her tracks, I believe she could. There's a lot of things that happen that it's simple talking to me.
Give me something to hang on to.
When I confront her with these questions or these feelings that I have, or why aren't you able to just simply talk to me the way I'm talking to any other person, I'm faced with this real confrontational attitude. It turns into a fight. I'm paranoid, I'm crazy, I'm this, I'm that, and...
I read in your paperwork something about telephone calls that she's make to her family that makes you believe that she's doing the wrong thing. Why don't you explain that to me?
Visits to her family, she'll call me from her family's house, and she will basically be talking to me and have to end the conversation abruptly, which is no big deal, you know, family comes first. However, 3-4 times in a row, having the same thing happen, every time there's a noise in the background, she speaks louder to either cover up or muffle the voices in the background. And it becomes a point where coincidence is way too many times to be coincidence.
If she was doing something wrong in that moment, why would she call you?
I'm not saying that she's cheating on me. I'm saying that there's things being hidden and the trust that we used to have.
If she's hiding something from you, why would she call you?
Again,
Mr. Navarez, let me say this to you. If I put on a pair of glasses that have a green hue, everything I see is going to be green. No matter how yellow, white, blue, black, brown it is, it's always going to be green. What you have done is taken, which happens to a lot of people, taken your past issues, superimpose them on your present day life, and all you can see is green. There's nothing rational that you've told me that would indicate that she's cheating on you. Nothing. It's your mind. You've been fear conditioned. to see a problem when none is there. Because I'm telling you, I've heard cheating from up, down, over, sideways. What I do, it's my gig. She's not cheating. It's just not happening. It's all up here. It is that past behavior and not current behavior that is making you frightened. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand. Well, maybe I'm saving her then, because in the long run, I need communication. If I can't communicate these things the way you're communicating them with me, if I can't be in a
How come you can't? What's happening that precludes you from being able to communicate your insecurities?
There's no communication. She
what
shuts
happens
down.
when you try?
She shuts down.
Okay,
and
let me ask you this. When you try to communicate your ideas, are you already angry and agitated?
I would say there's a fair amount of times I am, but there's a fair amount of times that I'm being very understanding and very patient.
And she does not respond appropriately, is your contention?
No, she doesn't respond at all.
Do you get frustrated and angry?
Shutting down now is me giving up on the situation. I don't let myself get to that point.
Is that what you're talking about?
How many times have you walked away from me and said, I want nothing else to do with you?
Because I'm shutting down.
Did your friends warn you not to marry your mate? If divorce is your best option, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Ms. Anteri, how do you see his jealousy and how he communicates it to you?
Like he said, he is understanding sometimes, but I don't think I shut down. I think if I try to explain something to him, he doesn't accept it. It's not the right way. I don't say it the right way. I don't approach things.
Do you get angry? Because it can be frustrating living with someone who doesn't trust you. Do you get frustrated and angry?
I do get frustrated, but more the shutting down now is me giving up on the situation. I don't let myself get to that point anymore. I feel like, I mean, he'll tell me I'm angry, but I feel like I don't even let myself get there anymore. I just turn it off. You know, and that's what he's talking about, shutting down.
Is that what you're talking about?
How many times have you walked away from me and said, I want nothing else to do with you?
Because I'm shutting down.
Mr. Navarez, let me explain. I like you, and I want you to be okay, whether or not you're okay with her, and I'm hoping that works out. But if not, but here's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not trying to tell you that you're wrong. I'm trying to tell you where you're weak. There's a difference. Here it is. If you're living with someone who only sees green and you keep saying yellow, 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 after a while, it's frustrating because you can't see her point. So it becomes futile talking to you because you don't believe anything that she says because you believe she is cheating, and that's how your world exists for you. So after a while, her saying, I'm not cheating, the telephone didn't call, there was no reason, it becomes meaningless because you never believe it.
But at the same time, getting into this relationship, I stated all these things very clearly, that I have a lot of baggage and I may never be able to trust another person in my relationship, in my life. I stated these things very clearly, that I have problems, that these are things that I'm working on, and they may never be fixed. I stated these things over and over and over again getting into this relationship because I know how much of a problem it is. And still, she said, you know what? Maybe I'll be the one to fix you. And, you know, that was admirable. But at the same time, there was no hidden...
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm not accusing you of hiding anything. But I want you to be in a position to have somebody in your life and be able to trust them and enjoy the fruits of a successful relationship. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Ms. Anteri, what things have you tried to appease him, to keep the peace, to make him comfortable in the context of your relationship?
Well, I'm totally isolated from everybody, basically. Like I don't go on social media. I don't have a cell phone. I don't really have any friends anymore. I don't go to my family. I mean, these are things that I've done to not feed into his.
Have you seen those changes?
They are all by choice. And several times I say, you know, you want a phone? Do you want these things? These are things that I'm not taking from you in any form or fashion.
But that's not what she's telling me. I asked her the question, how are you helping him feel good and able to trust you? And she's chosen, she's not saying you made her, she's chosen to do these things to assist you.
If it's hurting her, it's not helping me.
What do you want her to do that she's not doing now? Can you be specific?
Communicate.
What am I supposed to talk about? I don't do anything. I haven't done anything.
I'm trying, I really am.
Mr. Navarez, does this look like a woman who's given up on you?
No.
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Did you hear her question?
Yes.
What was it?
What am I supposed to talk about?
Answer it.
I need to hear the truth. I need to hear the person that I used to know, the person that I asked to marry me.
What did the person...
She was...
Hang on. What specifically did the person you used to know do that this person no longer does?
Never gave up on me. Never gave up on me no matter what. No matter how long our arguments were drawn out. They weren't even arguments. They were conversations. We would talk about things with no end till the sun came up if it had to, and we would work it out. Things we would have to talk about to get past that point. Things that had to be resolved.
Oh, I see what happened here.
There's no closure. There's no resolution. There's just... I say, can we fix this? Okay, yeah, we can fix it. We talk about it. Yeah, we'll fix it. Next day, it's the same thing. And we talk about it again. I tell what I want.
Give me an example of one thing that's happened on.
A lot of times, she's very assertive or very aggressive. Instead of coming to give me a hug or a kiss or saying, hey, why don't you do this? Come here. Come over here. Come over here. Come here. Come do this.
I'm just playing.
And it's cute sometimes, but in public, in a crowded area, sometimes it's not that cute. You know what I mean? I am a man, and sometimes it doesn't feel very good, especially when I tell you on a daily basis, please do not do this to me anymore. I mean, if I tell you once, it's like, okay, no big deal. Next day, you say you won't do it. A day after, you're doing it again. I say, please don't do this. Can we get past this, please? No, I won't do that. Next day, it's happening again.
Mr. Navarez, I'm going to just stop for right now. Ms. and Terry, do you want to remain in this relationship?
Yes.
Why?
Because I love him. I haven't given up on him. I mean, I love the man that he is. I just don't know. I don't know what to do.
If I could get him to do one thing, what would that be?
Trust me?
Look at her.
I don't do anything. I haven't done anything.
I'm trying. I really am.
Mr. Navarez, does this look like a woman who's given up on you?
No.
Did you hear the statement that she made to me?
Yes.
She's trying everything she can to get you to trust her, and none of it is enough. And she's talked to you till the sun has come up in order to calm those crazy thoughts that you have. And after a while, that exhausts a person, and they aren't able to do it anymore. So in order not to just lose it completely, sometimes she has to protect herself from it by shutting down, so she just doesn't lose it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
You got to look at things from her point of view every once in a while. It's not all about you feeling good. Sometimes it's about her. And sometimes I think jealous people who have that, it's a sickness that you have now. If you spend a little less time feeding that sickness and a little more time feeding that relationship and the love and what she needs, you won't feel so insecure, because that's all you think about. In divorce court, people tell me the most intimate details of their lives. Join the conversation and share your experience on our Twitter page @Divorce Court and on our Facebook page. See how fans deal with their own relationships. The discussion can get heated. Don't miss it. Mr. Navarez, do you love that baby? Even though it's not here? What are you willing to do to make sure that the mother of your child is stable, sound, secure, safe?
I'll do anything it takes, anything in this world that I can.
Were you willing to go into counseling? Because you need help.
Of course.
You need help.
I've brought that up on my own several times, and like I said, maybe I'm saving her for a little while. Maybe I need to work on myself before I can be in a healthy relationship.
Well, and that might very well be true. That might very well be true. But while you're working on yourself, realize that this person is creating a person in her person. And it's a very stressful time in a woman's life. And it can't always be all about you and your needs and your past and your insecurities. So while you're working on yourself, you still have to, even if you can't be in a romantic relationship with her, you must support her emotionally.
Understood.
And that includes, but is not limited to, beating her up with your past failures. You with me on that?
Understood, yes.
Because you make the mother crazy, the baby goes crazy. She's got cortisone and adrenaline, norepinephrine, all that running around again that mucks up the baby. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just need a little direction myself.
Okay, well, here's the direction. Number one, you leave here, you take a right, and then you take a left, and then there's a woman there that's going to help you with your psychological problem. She's gonna give you some pathways to get started, and then she's gonna hook you up with something in your neighborhood or wherever you live, somewhere to go. You need to do that. But while you're working on yourself, make sure that you are supporting her. Just take your crazy out of it for a minute and say, this woman needs support. And no matter what, no matter how I feel, I'm going to do something to support her every day. You with me? You with me on that?
Understood.
While you're working on yourself.
Yes, understood.
Because it ain't all about you. It's all about that baby now. And Ms. Anteri, I hesitate to say this on one hand, but not on the other hand. You have to have support in your life. You isolating yourself from society as a whole will make you depressed and crazy, especially when you have a child and the only voice that you hear is a negative voice beating you up about what you're not doing, what, bomb, 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 bomb. You put yourself in an isolated situation like that, it will whittle away. It'll whittle you away. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you have to be able to have family support at the very least.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You're going to do that for me, and you're going to let her deal with her family.
Most
and
definitely.
not lose your mind about it. She calls you from somewhere,
Yes.
Be cool. All right? This matter's adjourned. I like those people, and I really hope that Ernesto finds a way to deal with his past in a way that he can actually have a future with this woman or with someone else, but also so Alyssa can have a life that is full and complete and loving. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222. I heard a volatile case this morning. Therapists agree that unrealistic expectations cause big trouble in young marriages. For the couple who came to see me today, unrealistic expectations led them straight to divorce court.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Patrina and Daryl Sherrod. The two of you have been married for how long?
A year.
1 year.
1 year. And we're in divorce court already, but you guys have been together for a lot longer than a year. So I'm going to start with you, Mrs. Sherrod. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and how we've ended up in divorce court after only 1 year?
Well, when I was 18, I met Mr. Sherrod, and it was about 10 years ago. And I was really young, and he was 20 years old, and We were in a relationship for a while, like about 3 months. And then after 3 months, I get a phone call, and it wasn't from him, it was from a lady saying that he was married and there was a kid on the way. Well, as me being young, I didn't know how to handle that. So when I talked to him, he told me that they were separate. So I was like, okay, you guys are separated. I don't know much about divorce. I don't know much about separation at 18. So I believed him. So we went on with our relationship. Well, we had a lot of ups, downs, going around for the last 10 years, him going back and forth between me and other women. And then finally we broke up completely. And we got back together about 3 or 4 years ago, and we haven't been away from each other since then. Well, since we've been married, he looks at other women. He doesn't help out with the kids we have. We have 4 kids
That's not
together.
true, Your Honor.
So during
That's
all
not
this
true.
getting back together and breaking up, you managed to create 4 people.
Yes, we did.
Okay. And he still has a wandering eye for the ladies.
Yes, he does.
Why don't you respond to what she just said?
So my eye isn't wandering. My eye is firmly in my head and focused on my wife.
Right.
I basically, transformed because I was a monster before. So now I'm living right and trying to, treat my wife with respect and trying
Not
to...
when he's looking at other women. That's not true.
I'm holding up my end of the bargain. My eye may stray because she's not satisfying me sexually.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Well, wait a minute. First you claimed that your eyes were not straying. Now you're saying that they are straying.
Thank you.
But she's responsible for the stray. So tell me which one is true.
The one she thinks in her mind, because she feels she's not satisfying me, and which she is not. So in her mind, she's playing a
No,
role.
he wants sex 4 or 5 times a day.
Okay, hang
what's
on.
wrong with that?
Let the man finish, Mrs. Sherrod.
Okay.
What's wrong with 4 or 5 times a day?
Mr. Sherrod, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. You think that she's insecure. She thinks you're looking for it somewhere else because she knows that she's not sexually satisfying you.
No,
is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is, when we got married, we had an agreement. And the agreement was I stay faithful, and she picks up the slack for 3 or 4 women, sexually.
Did you speak the words, yes, I will marry you if you give me sex that would reflect the kind of sex I could get from 3 or 4 different women?
That's exactly
2 women. 2 women. He said 2 women. 2.
So you did have that conversation.
Yes, the
And he
conversation.
did say, and you did agree that you would have enough sex so he would feel like he had a couple of chicks.
Yes.
Okay.
First of all, I appreciate the fact that you were truthful about your requirements and your needs.
Yes.
And a lot of people make assumptions, they assume, they wonder, but you actually spoke on it, and I appreciate it. Now, I don't know if it was 2, 4, 3, whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean...
But, Ms. Sherrod, did you understand what you were agreeing to?
Yes, I mean, I know this man. I've been with him all my adult life. So, yes, I knew.
So is he accurate when he says that your sex life is no longer what it once was?
I'm different from when I was 18. I mean, when you're 18, you have a high sex drive. I'm almost 30 now. I'm not having the same sex drive that I had when I was a teenager.
And his hasn't diminished at all?
At all. But I've had kids.
I don't think age should play a factor on this.
I've had kids. My body has changed. I've been pregnant 4 times. Come
Right,
on now.
right.
So that means you had plenty of practice.
By you?
So that's...
Oh, Mr. Sherrod, let me ask, just on that. Are you doing enough to keep the romance in the relationship that would allow things to allow to rev her up a little bit? Because we take a little more time and a little more attention than generally men do.
Now, I go out of my way to be romantic to my wife. But since we have so many kids, it's not really much romance with no finance. So what I do is I made some love coupons for her.
Right.
And so it would go to the effect of, I'll rub your back, I'll do your hair, I'll, do the dishes. And she won't use the coupons thinking that we're going to have sex afterwards.
Yes.
Which is probably what you're looking for, too.
No, but I didn't get a chance. So I can...
But I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you because That was very creative way
It was colorful, too.
to get what he needed.
But that was for him. It wasn't for me. It was for him.
But he was trying to do for you as he was getting what he needed. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not just, come on, baby, roll over, let's go.
Yeah.
He says, well, hey, I'm going to put some effort into it. I like a lot of sex. She's cute. I love her. I'm going to romance her a little bit. That was very well played on his part. You know, very well played. Mrs. Sherrod, is there something he can do or something you feel you can do to re-energize your interest in that quantity of sex?
It's sexy for me if he helps me with things that I need help with around the house. Like if I see him pick up a dish and start washing it, maybe I'm gonna think in my head, well, he's helping me, I need to help him.
Well, you know, why don't you come to work with me and help me at work while I take care of everybody?
Mr. Sherrod, I'm gonna interpret for her.
Okay.
What she's saying is she's the exhausted housewife with 4 kids, and if you were to pitch in a little bit, that would alleviate her burden and allow her to be more sexual with you.
Everything that I try to do to be romantic, she shoots it down. I bought her some flowers. She accused me of getting freeway flowers, which...
You know, they were freeway flowers.
Did you accuse the man of getting freeway flowers?
He did because he you know, they sell them right off the road.
I understand.
Okay, so he
But he
got
bothered to do it.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
And it doesn't matter if it was off the fold 5.
It was.
So she yells across the DMV at the lady telling her how ugly she was.
She saw me and my family there.
Right.
And she moved away from her man, sat next to us, and started licking her lips and looking at him up and down.
Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as getting a divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Now, Mrs. Sherrod, beyond that, another complaint that you have about Mrs. Sherrod is you say she creates ugly scenes in public. And I want you to give me a few examples of some of the things that she's done in public that embarrassed you.
Okay, well, we could be at a grocery store. We were actually at a grocery store, and we were standing in line, and this woman was behind us in line, and she was giving me the eye, looking at me, knowing I'm right there with her and my family. So she saw that, made it seem like I was into the woman, so she started cussing at the lady, telling her, just cussing her out, making her feel bad about herself, and then telling her that I'm nothing. I'm basically, I don't have a job, I don't have a car, you know, and...
She was telling the other woman that?
She was telling the other woman, and then if you want him, go ahead and have him.
Because he ain't worth anything.
Yeah.
Mrs. Sherrod, did that occur?
Not exactly how he said it.
Well, why don't you tell me how it happened?
Well, he looks at other women and he stares at them and he makes sure they can see his eyes looking at him so they can make eye contact.
That's not true.
Hang on, Mr. Sherrod, go ahead.
She was behind us, and he was behind me too, so I don't know if he was making eye contact then. That's why I got angry and I started going off on her. I mean, it wasn't right to go off on her, but that's what my feelings were at the time. I was just mad. So I went off on her. Yes, I did say all that stuff and say that she needs to, if he wants her or she wants him, they can go together. But
Your
I was
Honor,
upset.
this isn't just one incident.
Hang on.
This is 2 incidents. We're at the DMV, and this lady is looking at us.
Oh, I sure did.
Hang on, what happened? What happened at the DMV?
This lady is looking at us, looking at me, and I caught her looking at me. She was just staring, so I was taking pictures of her staring at me to show my wife, like, look, I'm not even doing anything. This is her staring at me. So she yells across the DMV at the lady, telling her how ugly she was.
She saw me and my family there.
Right.
And she moved away from her man, sat next to us, and started licking her lips and looking at him up and down. And I went off on her. I mean, you're not supposed to disrespect me like that.
No. So, Mrs. Wright, let me say this. You don't have to worry about trusting anybody but him. The other people, there are fools everywhere. There are random, free, radical women really ready out there to shake up anybody's relationship. And if you let every free radical woman who wants to start some stuff to get into your head, you're going to be hooting and hollering and shouting all day long. That's number one. Number two, people are crazy these days. You never know. Somebody pull out a gun. What happened? She got shot. You know what I mean? Because you don't know who she is.
Exactly.
And you don't know the nature of her crazy. And her crazy may come at you in a lethal form.
Well,
so it's not worth it.
If it's my
you got
time
4
to go.
kids.
You're right. You're right.
It's not worth it. To me, and this is just to me, he's coming off as a guy who knew who he was, knew what he was doing, and when he decided to stop, he stopped.
Yes.
Do you have any reason to believe that that isn't true?
No.
She better not. We share a phone now.
No, we share a phone. We share a phone because of that.
It's not that we couldn't afford 2 phones.
Right.
It was because, she could see my incoming calls and see who I'm talking to, check the bill, check everything. So, I try and filter everything through this one phone. So
she can have access and see it and be comfortable.
Yes, but her comfort level is still not up to par.
No, when he's staring and we're driving down the street and there's a woman walking and he putting his head outside the window, staring at her, they staring at each other.
I'm looking at traffic.
That's
I'm
disrespectful.
driving.
He's not looking at traffic. He's not looking at traffic like that. He's not looking at traffic. I know my husband. He's not looking at traffic. They making eye contact. That's disrespectful.
Mr. Rudd, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
What if I was doing that? What if
maybe I'm different than most women. I don't know, but is a peek that awful? I mean, if he just happened, if he just it's like Morris Chestnut walked through here. I'm right there.
Not me.
I'm gonna look.
No.
I'm gonna look. I'm not going nowhere. Morris don't want me. I don't want him. I got a guy.
That's Morris Chestnut. These are just average women that he's hollering at. Okay.
We're forgetting about while she's in the hospital, how I have to take care of everything as well. The kids, my job, making sure she's okay.
No one, and I mean no one, is impressed. If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Ms. Sherrod, you said at critical times he has not been the husband that he needs to be, and you shared a story with me about your C-section. So why don't you tell me what failures that he displayed at that critical point in your life?
This was my 3rd baby, and I have all C-sections, and you're usually in the hospital for 3 or 4 days.
Right.
But I wanted to go home the next day, and since I was walking around fine, they said it was okay. So they released me, and I'm thinking I'm going to go home and relax, and he's going to help me out and around the house. I get home, and there's dishes, there's clothes everywhere, and I still had to cook. So me cooking, being basically split in half, and I make the meal for the family, and he complains saying that it's not cooked all the way.
Yeah,
because I was in pain.
She did a terrible job on the dinner. And
let me ask you this. It was just a couple of days after she had a C-section, right?
Yes, but
can't you cut a person some slack?
The hospital told her she was okay to go home. So if she wasn't okay to come home and go back to doing...
No, okay to come home and doing back handsprings, 2 different things. Just because you can get out of the hospital doesn't mean you're 100%. And you should have, not only is it a matter of whether or not she was 100%, she just went through a very difficult thing. That's surgery, that's labor, that's a whole lot of stuff. And you should have been like, wow, baby, you just brought my child into the world. You went through a lot to do it. I don't even want you cooking right now, because
it was easy.
You did
it
that
was a
grand
lasagna.
thing for me.
It was a lasagna that you put into the oven. It wasn't
Mr.
nothing
Sherrod,
major.
Mr. Sherrod, I think you're a nicer guy than that.
But we're forgetting about while she's in the hospital, how I have to take care of everything as well. The kids, my job, making sure she's okay.
No one, and I mean no one, is impressed. People have children all the time. People have multiple children, and men show up like men when their women are doing the hard work, and they do the right thing. It's nothing new, it's nothing extraordinary, and you should have buckled down for 7 days and got it together.
I did. She didn't finish the story either. The next day, I made dinner.
That's after me telling him I just been split in half. I had to explain this to him. Like, I just had surgery.
I'm sorry, Judge. I didn't
say anything.
I'm just saying, you're looking at me like that, Judge. Like,
I'm just looking at you. Do you feel badly? I mean, do you have some kind of feelings about what's going on?
No, because I'm not a bad guy, and I love my wife. But it's just certain things have to, turn around in order for me to stay in this relationship.
What do you need for her to do other than the sex? I got that part.
Okay. Her outbursts and also her cleaning.
So she doesn't clean well enough. Is she a stay-at-home mom?
Yeah, she's a stay-at-home mom.
So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. In divorce court, people tell me the most intimate details of their lives. Join the conversation and share your experience on our Twitter page at Divorce Court and on our Facebook page. See how fans deal with their own relationships. The discussion can get heated. Don't miss it. You got 30 seconds to complain about her cleaning. Go.
Okay. She doesn't pick stuff up and wipe up underneath things. She doesn't move the couch out of the way and vacuum underneath the couch. And we have kids.
She doesn't do a deep clean.
Yes, I was raised in a military house, so basically, we have to get things in order. And if it's not...
We're going to have to get a security guard to get you out of here. The women are about to pounce on you. I'm going to have to send Joe with you out the door over there. Let me tell you two something. You're a nice-looking couple. You're two nice people. I don't think he's a bigger jerk as he's showing us here today. I think he's having a little fun with us, and that's okay. A wife is not a pliable appliance. Your wife is a person. And it's not just about what she can do for you. It's what you need to do for each other. And I think you understand that more than you appear to, but I want to remind you of that. And if the kind of romance that you're throwing at her doesn't cause her heart to warm, then you have to find what warms her heart. You can't simply say, I've tried, and well, she didn't like this one thing, even though it was good. And I'm going to move forward. Ms. Patrina, you do not look like you had 4 children. You look fantastic. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
I think this man is faithful. If you want to do, it's difficult when people have sex drives that don't match. And I know it's hard for you, and I know it's difficult. Y'all can work out some kind of compromise. You can work something out, but don't let him go because he's not doing anything crazy and foolish. He's a little annoying,
Thanks, Judge.
But he's working. And he's a nice guy, and you guys be cool, calm, stay together. Try not to look too hard, and don't go off on any more women because I don't want you getting shot. This matter is adjourned. It sounds so simple, I shouldn't have to say it, but apparently I do. If you're trying to do something romantic and your partner tells you it doesn't work and then tells them what they want, do what they want.